G'day everybody, my name is Elliot Waters and you're listening to the Dysregulated podcast. As always, thank you for tuning in. Holy dooly, it has been a very difficult week. I don't know what sort of happened, what brought this on, but I had this very steady and consistent slide towards low moods because, a change to a low mood for me is pretty normal, but when it's sustained for a certain period of time, that gets a bit difficult. So that happened, and it's especially worse when you don't know why it's happening. That's the bit that sucks. It's like, all right, if I'm doing this dumb thing, it's like, all right, if I stop doing the dumb thing, well then the negative consequence will not emerge. But that's not what happened this time because I'm not sure, and I'm still not sure now, I'm on the other side of it, what actually brought it on. I'm thinking it's probably to do with my subconscious and all the stress that I've got at the moment, needing a new job and trying to be an adult in this world is very difficult for someone like me, unfortunately. And it gets very stressful. And the problem is when I get stressed, if you've listened to the podcast long enough, you would know, I go into freeze mode. So I'm in freeze mode. I know there's stuff that needs doing, but I ain't doing it because I just cannot do it, if that makes sense. So to round out this week of anxiety and not, lack of productivity and low mood and, everything was just grey. The last 2 days I've had the sweats again. The sweats returned. Holy dooly, the sweats were back, and that was one hell of a way to top off what has been a very difficult week. And again, I don't really know what brought them on either. I'm thinking it's stress again, because when I'm laying there and I'm sweating bullets, then I do think of something that I should do, like a podcast episode. All of a sudden, everything feels inflamed and the respiration rate increases. So there might be something in that. I'm not sure. Maybe there is. I'd say there probably is. The other thing it could be, though, is medication withdrawal. See, this is the problem. 3 of my meds ran out at the same time, right smack bang in the middle of this low mood, depression, anxiety sort of thing. And that made it difficult because for me to go to the chemist, to talk to the people there, get amongst the public, all that sort of stuff requires a degree of social confidence. And if you're battling a severe bout of social phobia, it can be very, very difficult to be able to get to the chemist to get those medications. But of course, the longer you don't have the medications for, then in the long run, the harder it's going to be. And that's exactly what happened. And I was thinking too, I need those meds. And I felt like my mood plummeted further, which I think is purely, I don't like usually saying this, but, in my head, I don't think there was any physiological, structural change. I think it was, I knew I was without medication. So as a result, I'm already feeling the wave of depression and the rebound anxiety that surely is on its way. And unfortunately, that is what happened as well. So I went just before, I've come out of it now. I've just come out of, so it's the afternoon or it's dinner time. I was sweating up until about lunchtime this morning, and then it all sort of backed off, eased off, and here I am now talking to you. I've just been for a drive, singing some songs, my great coping strategy, singing some songs, had all my medications, and again, straight away I felt better, and that has to be in my head because it takes a little bit longer to, start to do its thing than just boom, in the mouth, right, we're away, this is it. So, and that also lends me to believe that this subconscious mind of mine is doing a lot of stuff in the background, which I already knew, and I'm learning that through therapy as well, how much it is actually calling the shots. And it's under a lot of strain, and because it's under a lot of strain, unfortunately, the conscious me, that tends to pop, and I feel that well. So, I don't know, it's been a tough old little week, which culminated in the sweats. The scary part is, the issue is I don't know what caused it, but the good news is I'm out of it now, so that's great. But the sweats did return. They weren't super bad. Like, I never went to hospital this time. I was never veering that close to needing to go up there, so I wasn't on that level. But it was almost frustrating, and I was very irritable and frustrated because I thought this garbage was done with. It'd been a couple of weeks, months almost since the last time I had a serious bout of the sweats. I thought maybe I was through it. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. But there was a little bit of a cameo just recently, but hopefully a cameo is all that it is. All right. Well, thank everybody. Thank you for listening, and thank you to the people who have reached out and message, because I haven't uploaded an episode for a while, and we know what that generally means, that, low mood equals low podcast episode output. But I'm happy to say, here we are, another episode in the bank, and I'm going to drink some water because I'm so dehydrated from the sweats. That's the other thing. I'm laying there and I can't move, or I don't feel like moving because everything's an effort, and I'm dripping. And I'm so thirsty and I'm dying for something to drink. But, to move means get out of bed, which is freezing, because the sweat's all cold and everything. It's just disgusting. So often what I'll do is just lay there and just sort of cop it. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. That's the real mental side of it. I know getting a drink of water ain't going to kill me. In fact, it's going to do quite the opposite. But for some reason, this anxiety kicks in and I can't even roll out of bed to get this cup of water. And when I do, I literally run to the sink, fill it up, scull a few, and run back in, and then dive back into bed. It's weird. I do not understand it at all, but I'm not a fan at all, because I've got lots of things to do. I can't afford to just go missing for a few days. It just makes things worse. I'm back now, and we've got a new potty episode out, and I'm pretty stoked about that. So thank you all for listening. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can do so at elliot.t.waters. And if you're enjoying the show, feel free to like, subscribe, give us a great rating for the algorithm. A nice 5-star rating would be beautiful. And you can share the show around with your mates. All right, until next time, see ya.